Yes, sir. You clicking.
Say what now?
I said you hear you clicking.
Just getting up to speed. Making sure everything's running smooth.
How's the day, sir?
Long day, man.
Tell me about it. Yes. So what was long about it? What made your day seem longer than usual?
It's one of those stressful days.
You have to go into the office today?
Yeah. I went into the office today. So it go.
You know how to give swords?
Huh?
Do you know how to give swords? Because it seems like Mrs. Ron C is hard advocating.
Sure. I'll find who's a sword for.
Request a sword for C9. Requesting a sword for C9. Mr. Channel 9, one of our longest and strongest supporters, along with our two fabulous mods, Denise Jojo and Mrs. Ron C. And our man Tdot. How you like me now? What's going on, Mr. Ron C? What up with you? Denise Jojo.
What's up, man? What's up, Faith? All right, there you go. 9 has a sword. Okay over there?
I'm good.
You're reading a book? What book are you reading? You reading a book?
No, sir. I'm getting everything up to speed. That's right. DJ Channel 9 did celebrate a birthday this past week, didn't he? On the weekend.
Up to Channel 9. Saw a lot of photos, a lot of stories, a lot of love around Channel 9.
Double bantam.
Double bantam indeed.
Double bantam. That's why he looks so young, because he's a double bantam.
That could be it. That could be it for sure. Are you happy now, Mr. Ron C? Who else is up in this piece here? Oh, there's people coming.
Oh, yeah?
No, I don't know. Chris Manning and Callie's here.
What up with you, Chris Manning and Callie?
CM Rocks is here.
IQ Remix, what up with you? Miss Sylvia, what up with you?
Oh, he's romping, stomping in.
Coolin' now. What up with you?
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. What's up, Miss Sylvia?
Yes. Welcome, Raiders. DJ Channel 9, happy birthday, or happy belated, or happy birthday once again. Thank you so much for the raid, sir. Anybody coming in from Channel 9's raid, please drop a Channel 9 emote or a number 9.
Dun, 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 dun.
And a birthday cake.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, DJ Channel 9, what up with you?
Look at that. He's got some extra stuff beside his name today.
You can see it? I can't see it. I can't see extra stuff.
Why not? You're not in Twitch?
I'm on the screen.
What? Which screen?
The screen that we're on.
I'm on 2 screens.
Okay. Big man on campus.
Oh, no. What happened in the background? Big up IQ Remix. Yeah, Nine's a mod. Nine. I guess Nine's been a mod officially or unofficially, but yes, we've given Nine a sword for his birthday.
So how was your weekend, my brother?
It was all right. Nothing too crazy. Quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet like how?
Quiet like binging Warrior Nun. And that's about it.
Who?
Warrior Nun.
Talk about it. What's Warrior Nun?
I mean, probably sounds just about right. Netflix show. Didn't know I was gonna watch it. Came up in my feed. I hit the button and I couldn't put it down all weekend, and now I'm done.
So what is it though?
Secret cult of nuns saving the world against the dastardly devil and stuff like that. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
It's an anime?
No. Real life. There's a warrior nuns guy. I mean, I think the title says it all.
It doesn't say it all because you said that you were captivated by it for the whole weekend. So give me some juice, bro.
What do you mean? There's the warrior nuns. There's a secret sect of nuns that protect the world.
So,
a little bit of Vatican, a little bit of angels, bad angels, a little bit of prayer, stuff like that. What's up, Paulie?
DJ Paulie Lopez, what up with you?
Stuff like that. It's all right. I liked it. But it was one of those shows. The first season was 10 episodes. Second season was only 8 episodes, and I didn't know it was only 8 episodes, so it just finished. It was rough.
So do they talk about like the bad priest in this show?
No, man. They don't talk about the bad priest or Pascal Siakam.
No? Well, they obviously don't talk about Pascal Siakam because he doesn't deal with nunnery. He deals with big numbers. Not
right, IQ Remix? Straight goods. Warrior nuns, yo.
Nuns who are warriors, self-explanatory. So they're like samurai.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't watch this show.
That's all right.
It does not sound entertaining, interesting, captivating. Only thing I could do is take your word for it. And
everybody has a different perspective.
So what is one exciting thing that happened in it?
Good triumphed over evil.
Oh my gosh. Sounds like a trucker protest.
Like a what?
Sounds like the trucker protest.
Yeah. And the vaxxers and stuff. You're funny, Denise Jojo.
What did Denise Jojo say?
Denise Jojo said she's a great boss. And Channel 9's also getting a sword in the Boom Boom chat room, it looks like.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I think it's only fair.
So Channel 9's a samurai. He's gonna be wielding swords now.
Yeah.
He got the long samurai sword and the short samurai sword. What's the short samurai sword for?
No idea. What is it for?
You watched the wrong TV series this week then.
Must be. I got the wrong subscription.
You subscribe right, but you just watched the wrong show.
Depends on who you ask, I guess.
What is it called when samurais kill themselves? That's what the short sword is for.
That's what it's called?
I don't know what it's called.
What's up, Beauty Bless? But what?
The short sword is for when samurais feel like they've dishonored themselves, so they disembowel themselves with a short sword.
What show's that on?
It's just samurai things.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Warriors, samurai warriors. That's on what's it called? That's on Westworld.
Oh yeah? How far are you in that? You finished that yet?
No, I'm still in season 3.
Season 3. You watch one episode a month? You got to be focused for it, I guess.
Season 3. I don't really get to binge.
Should watch it at work, eh?
Nah, work is for basketball highlights and Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless and Amateur Sports Hour.
Amateur Sports Hour? Is that a thing?
NBA Chev.
What comes on Amateur Sports Hour?
It's just a Twitch streamer, and he's a YouTuber, and he just talks about the Raptors. Raptors is a specific content that he deals with. So I like listening to him.
True, but that's the amateur hour. So it's the amateur reporter.
I guess he's amateur reporter. He gets paid from bits.
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So you got an interesting day coming up pretty soon?
Bills game tomorrow or what's today? Today's Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to the Bills game in Detroit on Thursday.
How did the Sunday game go?
Started out slow and put a whooping on them, I guess. They won. They made it. They made it to Detroit, put a whooping on, and headed back home. It was a good business trip, I gander. So that worked. Can't complain. Go Bills indeed, Mrs. Ron C. So we've got to do it again this week on a Thursday, short week. We're good.
All right. Well, everybody, like to thank you for joining Pizza in the Breakroom, episode 71. Today is People in the Breakroom. So, what it is, if you feel like jumping in the stream with us, chatting about this or chatting about that, we're going to make the link available for you. All you got to do is click, jump in, and we start chopping it up. Episode 71, Tdot Hot Shot, Toy J brought it. We'll see you.
We here now. We here. Yeah. It's in the break room, y'all. Holla, holla, holla. Woo!
Oh,
all right, my guy. So when do you leave?
Tomorrow, about 2-ish.
Tomorrow about 2. Tomorrow I leave at 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. I hit the road.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Brew City. Brew City.
Where's that?
Milwaukee.
It's in Wisconsin or it's in Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. So Milwaukee is in Wisconsin, just outside of Chicago. So I hit the 401, head west.
Make a left at Detroit.
Go straight through Detroit. Go straight through, I believe, a bit of Indiana. Hit Chicago. Go through Chicago. And then end up in Milwaukee.
Is it snowing, in Milwaukee?
Say again?
Is it snowing in Milwaukee?
We don't talk about Bruno.
No?
No.
Okay. What the hell? I can't close my fridge. Ugh.
Don't let the fridge rattle you, son.
Rattle. Just can't figure out why it won't close. What the hell happened? What the funk? Oh, well. It's closed enough. All right. There's people here. What are we talking about? We don't talk about Bruno. What show's Bruno from?
Yeah, your kids are big. Bruno's from Encanto. We don't talk about Bruno, no.
And what's Encanto? Encanto is who's that? Which people are being represented in Encanto? Who's Bruno? Or Bruno's the bad guy? What's going on here? Who's Bruno?
They are
Bruno the hero?
South American. I believe that. Wait, are they South American? Ms. Ronci, are they South American? Oh, you know what? Ms. Ronci's not the one I should ask. Miss Ronci is not the one I should ask. Colombia. You're from Colombia.
Who said that? Colombian, eh? Paulie Lopez. He's a good source. The Madrigals are an extraordinary family who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia, in a charmed place called the Encanto. The magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift.
Yes.
Every child except Maribel. However, she soon may be the Madrigal's last hope when she discovers that the magic surrounding the Encanto is now in danger. Dun 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 dun.
And IQ Remix asks a relevant question. Why does Paulie Lopez know this?
Paulie Lopez seems to be a man of the world. Seems worldly, that guy. You think? Looks like you can put him anywhere. And you watched it. Keep it simple, right, Paulie? He's like, duh. He's like, duh, I watched it. Paulie Lopez is an encyclopedia.
All right, y'all. So, hey, any of y'all want to jump in the chat with us? We'll make it easy. Make it light.
What are we going to talk about?
We talk about whatever they want to talk about. They come in and say, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Hi, what's your name?
Oh, I thought we were going to ask a question or something. Huh? All right.
Ask a question.
Who's coming?
Ask a question.
Oh, I can tell you what we asked earlier. People actually answered today.
Did they?
A couple. Like 5. It's more than the 2 that was usual. So let's see what we got here. Christmas shopping was the most one that was reacted to. Have you started Christmas shopping? The answers were yes, no, I'm done, or yes, no, I'm done, and it's not the 24th yet. What do you think won?
No. No one. It's only November.
You saw it, guy. You know, but what the hell? You see? You see?
No.
It?
I saw it early.
Mrs. Ron C's done. Did you vote, Mrs. Ron C, or did you not?
Done?
Of course she's done. She's been done since like April, guy.
Oh my gosh, J.
She's just regifting. She's just regifting shit from last year.
She's regifting all her birthday presents from J.
No did win though.
Yeah.
Followed closely by it's not the 24th and yes. But I don't know if she voted. I don't start till December. I do December 24th one time. I'm in and out in like 20 minutes. I don't know what people argue about.
I haven't started mine yet. Maybe this weekend. Man. It feels kind of wrong to be doing it so early.
Yeah, it's like I want to put up my Christmas tree on Sunday. It's the earliest I've ever put up my Christmas tree, I think.
You put it up already?
No, I'm going to put it up this Sunday coming up.
Okay.
Because me and Bennett, we were overwhelmed a little bit. We were just like, there's so much shit going on. Like, we were like, do you want to put up the Christmas tree? And she was like, sure, let's put up the Christmas tree. So we're putting on the Christmas tree on Sunday. We usually put it up like a week earlier. See? These guys are talking shit in the chat, but they don't want to come chat. Look at all these people talking about Christmas.
Miss Sylvia said she's almost done.
Almost? Like what's almost? Like how many gifts did you have? How many?
She's almost done putting up the tree.
Almost done putting up the tree. All right. And the wreath?
She's just waiting for the star.
Buying experiences for Christmas. That's what somebody said. Won't put up tree till the side. Yeah, usually I'm like that. IQ Remix. TBH. But I'm going to go early this year. Maybe buy some new stuff. I could use some new Christmassy stuff, I think.
You got a place?
I mean, I'm in it.
No. You got a place that you go buy the stuff at? Like, would it be Walmart? Would it be Winners? Home Sense?
Probably a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
The It Store? Somebody.
What's she talking about? What's she questioning? Somebody that we're talking about? Oh. That's what somebody said. Jeez. Oh my God. What happened? You were talking to yourself, guy. I thought you were having a seizure.
No, I said, let me send the link out.
Dun, 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 dun. So you don't do Christmas shopping until when? Couple weeks from now?
You know, I say to myself that I'm gonna, do good this year, and this is every year, and I'm gonna like order all my stuff from Amazon and have it shipped to my house, and then before you know it, it's like the 23rd, and I'm like, I'm not getting nothing in time.
So it's not like that anymore, is it?
So then I got to run to the mall.
No, I don't. I mean, like, how many gifts do people buy? People buy still like 50 gifts and shit like that. Like, I buy a couple gifts nowadays. Like, maybe like 5 people get a gift this year. Yeah. Like a gift, like, like, not that I'm maybe like, yeah, the kids get a gift.
But that's the thing, it's the kids, right?
The kids get a gift.
But there's so many kids. God damn it.
No, see, I remember we used to do that shit.
You can't do it no more.
When B-Town had like 6 kids. We got to buy everybody a gift. Now there's like 20 fucking kids, guys.
So many kids.
So now it becomes a little tough. Only for the kids. Okay, Mrs. Ronci, you said you're done. How many gifts did you buy? Over, under, chat. Over, under. Wait, Mrs. Ronci, don't answer. Over, under 17 gifts. 17 and a half gifts Mrs. Ronci had to buy. Over, under 17 and a half gifts, people. Anybody? Over, under?
That's
17 and a half people. Anybody? I'm going over, to be honest. That's my guess. What are you, anybody? No guesses? 17 and a half, not including Ron C. Because Ron C should get 100 gifts just for himself.
Ron C.
Ron C. You can smile every time he gets a gift. Every time he opens a gift, I can just see him smiling,
Ron C is special, man. But he came for a haircut on the weekend, and I swear he cleaned the shop, and I was like, wow. Never seen this before. This is awesome, man.
Wait, he was sweeping?
Oh man, the guy Swiffered, like all this thing with the feather.
Dust?
Yes.
Oh, that thing with the feather, right?
That thing.
Yeah, that's
man.
all right. Does he tip well?
I should have tipped him.
Oh, true. Should have given him a free haircut.
Should have. I should have, but I couldn't because it would have set a precedence, and everybody was coming started trying to sweep and shit.
Guy swept before, guy.
That's why I couldn't give you a free haircut.
Fine.
I can't set a precedence.
I got like a free line or something, a free design. I swept for layaway haircut, Mrs. Ronci. I thought when I saw you guys there that it was you getting your haircut finally. To be honest,
right? Nah.
No.
Nah. Spice up, Mr. Ronci.
Mr. Ronci, he didn't even cut his hair, guy. It looked like he just did like a zoops one time, just one couple straight hairs.
That's the magic. Right? You make it look like nothing happened, but so much has happened.
He got his zoops and he's done.
That is the magic. I would still be sweeping.
That's fucking funny. All right, nobody wanted to talk to us about Christmas. It's terrible. Soft. Wavy.
No, yeah, yo.
Mr. Rossi's got the good hair.
Yeah, Mr. Rossi's got the good hair, man. He's definitely culturally diverse. Yeah, man. The man here light. Yeah, I was telling Ms. Ronci that when I was cutting his hair, it's like the hair wasn't dropping to the floor. The hair was just like
it was floating back up
into the sky like fairy dust.
Yeah, he might be a warrior nun guy. Okay. He uses lotus. Okay. Okay. Everybody, if you want your hair to be nice, silky, soft,
and float with the wind, you need to use lotus oils from Lotus Natural Living.
I use it. I don't know if my hair floats, but I smell nice. You gonna smell it? I smell nice. Good old Lotus.
That's
that
right.
one? Lotus Natural Living. I smell nice. That's the commercial. I smell nice. House smells nice. Everything smells nice. See that? Fave? Oh, wow. She quick. Nah, man. Not the soul glow. Not the soul glow.
No, Denise does not sell the Soul Glow. She sells the natural juices and berries.
Oh, geez.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest, and he goes by the name of
Warrior Nun.
I'm trying to do works here, man.
DJ Ron C. Ron C with the good hair. Ronnie with the good hair.
I put a hat on. Oh, wait. There's Ronnie Culture now. There's Ronnie Culture. There you go. There you go.
Yo, I'm trying to do works, man.
What kind of works you got going on, my boss?
Look at that. He's doing commercials for Couture.
What are you doing? You doing the T word? You doing the taxes?
Is it tax season already? It's almost tax
season. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Bum, 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 bum.
Let me get rid of this. Hold on.
Uh-oh. You're gone, guy. You're gone. Setting up for J-Pro. Yo, Miss Rossi, send the details, man. I don't want to get is there a waiting list for J-Pro? Can I get on? Or is it plane? What kind of plane we got?
It's a private plane.
Uh-oh.
I know what happened, man. Get back in here.
You disappeared on us, guy.
Get back in here.
Thank you, Mrs. Ronci. That'll be dandy. Mrs. Ronci's like, I wonder if she's helping him or trying to get him not to go on flying on a private jet to JA. There we go, man.
Commercial break.
Right now?
For me, yeah.
What in the world is going on here? We can hear you, man.
It's cool.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
All right. Look, people. Might as well just click the link, pop in, talk some shit. Oh, he's a ghost now. Everybody's a ghost now. See? People in the break room, they left you, right? Oh, people are coming back, Fave. Maybe you should come up in the break room, Fave. Get all wild and crazy. You can tell us about your favorite song list. Stuff like that. Mr. Ronci, you ready now? I don't know if he's ready, man. We're about to find out. Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but I still have you on my phone.
Well, what happened?
I can hear you.
Well, we can hear you. You're doubled up. You can hear me twice. Foxy G's in the break room. DH lady, what up?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man.
Okay.
Right? Maybe you're not moving now, but I can hear you. Oh, man. This is what happens when you get people.
Am I frozen?
I can hear you, but you're frozen. This is wild. It's calamity in the break room. I'm going to see until I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down until.
You see now, if I was on the Boom Boom chat room and this happened to me,
yeah,
they would just isolate my screen and make it big, so that they can have a clip for later.
Yeah, because then the cat comes on.
The cat, you remember that cat? Remember that good old cat?
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff.
Yo. Oh man.
DH lady, jump in.
Why don't you
DH lady.
ask? What? Oh,
Yo.
there's Ron. This guy comes in with the yo guy. Why you just come kicking the door, guy? Can you say good evening or something? Like happy Tuesday, like Mardi
Hey, happy
Gras.
Tuesday. Good evening. Yo.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
DJ Ronci, how was your day today, sir?
What, you can't hear us?
I think he's on. Am I on mute?
Your
I can-
family.
How you're delayed, man. Oh, jeez.
It was okay. How was your day today?
Yeah. What'd you get into?
Yeah, I still have the Twitch on.
Is he frozen again? No, Mr. Ronci, we have technical difficulties. Good evening. All right. He's off, Mrs. Ronci. You should have kicked him out. Is what should have happened, Mrs. Ronci.
I want DH lady to come in and tell us about some World Cup activities. Notorious DJ Carlos, what up with you?
What up, Carlos? Bum, 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 bum. You watch the World Cup?
No, I only seen highlights.
Are you invested?
I mean, I just want to watch the Canadian team play. That's the only team that I'm really have like, a concern for.
What's that?
I'll be
2 o'clock
driving
tomorrow, right?
I'll be driving when they're playing. I'll be driving to Milwaukee
I'll be driving too.
as they perform.
That's when I start my trip at 2 p.m. That's when I take off on my trip.
You know what I do need though? I need some what do you call them?
I don't know.
Hold on, what do you call them when DJs make mixes on the internet? What do they're called pods? No. What are they called?
I don't know.
Is it just mixes? Are they just called mixes?
World Cup to mixes, guy. What the hell?
Because I'm saying I'm gonna be driving as the World Cup is happening. And then I realized as I'm driving, I'm gonna need some playlists. I'm gonna need some mixes because I realize I don't have no CDs. And anything that I have, I stream. So I don't even have anything really to take me on my drive. And if I'm gonna be streaming then the whole time, that's a lot of data in the US. You know what I mean? So I need somewhere to download some good sets. So yeah, but I don't want to use SoundCloud because that's gonna run up my thing. Notorious DJ Carlos have over 150 mixes on SoundCloud. Can I download it though? Does it work like that? You can listen to mixes offline?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to do that.
Mostly, yeah. For the most part, I do a lot of I just use Apple Podcasts for the most part. I don't use SoundCloud too tough, to be honest.
But it's offline.
Most of them you can download them. You can put them offline. What up, Christy Ray?
Christy Ray, what up with you?
Yeah, Mixcloud, SoundCloud, cloud, this, that, and the other thing. So that works.
Rhino. Who's Rhino?
No
Device
idea.
not connected. Rhino, organize up your device.
D1 Demas, what up? Dun, 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 dun. Pepper pot coming soon. That's funny. Here you go. What type of music you want?
So I need some lovers rock. I need some 90s crunk. You call it trap, I call it crunk. I need some new R&B. Who's a good new R&B artist? People in the chat, help me out. Who's a good new R&B artist? Somebody told me that I should listen to J. Cole. I've never listened to a J. Cole or a Kendrick album before. I mean, I've heard plenty of their songs, but I've never listened to a whole project. Will do, Carlos.
No new R&B people? Germany and Canada.
Demos, you can't say Germans. You cannot say Germans, Demos. It's a sensitive time. Miss Ron says she listens to old school only. Yeah, sensitive. She knows. She was there. Is this literal, Demos, or are you talking about what the beating they put on Messi? I heard that the handicappers had the game at it was supposed to be 5-0 for Argentina today.
It's a holiday tomorrow in Saudi, yo.
Should be.
King made it so. The king made it so. That's crazy.
It's crazy that there's such a thing as a king still.
Why is that?
It just sounds crazy, It just sounds like fairy tales, It sounds like something in a book. Sounds like something in a fairy tale or a history book. And the king. Is Justin Trudeau the king?
You live in Canada?
I do.
Is he?
Is he?
I don't know. Is he?
Or is Doug Ford the king? A king. What's the difference between wait, okay, so a king loses his reign when he dies, I guess, yeah. So a king is kind of like when the military takes over the government, that's like a king.
Are you asking?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me?
Who am I gonna ask?
What?
I'm talking to you.
What do you mean? That's not how a king works. You know that. But I mean, maybe you know that too, I guess.
All right. But when there's a military coup and they take over, there's no vote to get that guy out. Now he's now essentially the king, no?
I think so. Right?
Like if the minister or the captain or the general of the defense took over Canada, he's not a king until the U.S. comes to help. Unless he's working for the U.S. You know how that stuff go. What are you laughing at?
Huh?
I never listened to Travis Scott before, Denise.
So what are you gonna do? What's your playlist right now then? So you have a playlist like when you go driving right now?
Yeah, it's all my music that I made.
What's that?
All my music.
That's it? Nothing new?
No, because then I get into, if I need something new, then I'll turn on YouTube and I'll listen to some Amapiano or some Afrobeat. Afrobeats. Not Afrobeat, but Afrobeats.
Yeah, I dig some Afro beats nowadays. But I find it hard to find something new, I think.
Or some British hip hop. Not really the grime stuff, but the stuff that almost sounds like 90s, like late 90s, early 2000, like R&B hip hop mixes that we used to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of their style is like that now, and I really dig it.
True that. Yeah, I find I listen to old stuff or just the same DJs over and over again. For the most part, more DJs now than anything. Like I find it tough to listen to an album straight, but people don't really make albums the way they used to make albums.
Why do you say that?
They don't make a project anymore. They just put a bunch of songs on and then maybe change their track list up, but they don't start. Albums used to be like a story, like a piece of work. Like only certain people do that nowadays.
I listened to King's Disease 3 a couple of times, and I like that. And that flows
Well,
nicely.
It would make sense that.
But I guess he's that guy, right? He's
Yeah,
from that ilk.
Yeah, it would make sense that he does that, I think, and that's what probably makes it good.
Mm-hmm.
I only heard a couple of songs, Paulie. I didn't listen through the whole thing yet. But yeah, I find people they just throw a couple of songs together and then they're good to go.
There's a thing. There was a stigma around Nas saying that he never knew how to choose beats, so that was why he wasn't successful, because his beats weren't good, right? And now he's getting all this critical acclaim for the music that he's doing. And I mean, Hit Boy is a dope producer, but I don't feel like the production is any crazier than production that he had when he was doing his other work.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if it's like a time, like the time that we're in, they can digest the music now or accept it for something. But like he had some pretty dope songs back in, like, back when he was being ridiculed for the type of beats he was choosing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like if the beats he's choosing now, the beats that Hit Boy's making now, if they were on those albums back then, I don't feel like it would get critical acclaim. And not saying that Hit Boy stuff is bad, it's good, but I think his stuff was good back then too.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Hit Boy's been around. Actually, Hit Boy. When you say Hit Boy's been around for a hot second. Now that I think about it too.
Mm-hmm. But I like that him and Nas kind of meshed and glued for last couple projects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good for Nas. Huh. It is good for Nas. No, because I think, I mean, if you talked about Nas, like, I don't know, how old are we? All right, 10 years ago, the kids wouldn't give Nas anything 10 years ago. I'd give Nas something. I don't, I have my thoughts on Nas, like, but he's like, who was it the other day saying he wasn't relevant? Like, for those kids, is it 21 Savage? I think there was.
That's right.
A thing, and he was like, he's not relevant. He was just like, he's just not relevant, right? But to somebody that age, I can see how he wouldn't be, right? Like 10, right? Like somebody who's like 25 now. Right. So when they first started listening to rap music 10 years ago, maybe they just heard a little bit of Nas here and there, or they would have to be taught and listen to the old stuff. But if they were listening to new Nas at that time, just like they say with Jay-Z at this time, right? Those same kids that try to Jay-Z it up because they weren't around in that era. Those kids didn't give that era. Kids these days don't give that era anything. And that era is just so much better than this era, like just wildly better. But that's just my opinion. That's my old head opinion.
Surprisingly, there's some kids that do come in to the shop, and when they're getting their haircuts, and they do say, like, they listen to like our era hip hop.
But that depends on who the parent is, I think, too, right? I mean, they do.
No. I say no because the children come from parents that maybe are like new immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not new immigrants, but I mean, these kids are old enough now to have grown and probably like researched music and then said, this is the type of music I like.
Mm-hmm.
And and they talk about Nas and Tupac seems to come up a lot. But yeah, there's some kids that really do respect like the era of hip hop that we kind of grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think the reason why Tupac comes up a lot is because a lot of people do mention in the same breath his interviews, like when they, oh yeah, I listened to Tupac, and then I listened to his interviews, and he's so profound, and I find myself saying the same thing too, man. I'm like this boy died at 25 years old, and I still like look at him as like a big man saying something to me when he's talking, and I'm like, there's no 25-year-old that come into my shop, and I'll be like, what are you saying?
For real. No, Tupac.
Shut up, dum dum.
Right? No, Tupac made. Like when he passed, like he was just getting started when he's so impactful, and he was really just getting into his own. Like he did a couple of things, right? He was like, to be in movies at that time and have those roles was big, but he was still just getting started at that point in time. So it's crazy when you really do think about it. More than, I don't want to say more than anybody else, but that was he had that little bit of difference about what was going on there. He was like transforming the view on certain shit. So that was good. So yeah, I can hear that.
So now that I think about it, The King's Disease is the last album that I've actually listened to more than once. So,
and when did it come out? It's like 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago.
What have I listened to more than once recently? Michael Jackson, Thriller is out.
Yikes! Oh! Were you saying that before? Like, and he has like the remixes.
Drake, John Legend. This new John Legend album's good. And I haven't listened to the new WizKid yet.
That's a guy right there.
There's a new WizKid. There was a couple songs out on the album that I heard, but now the whole album's out. But I haven't listened to that. I'll listen to that tomorrow. That's for sure. So there's that recently.
Nas and Primo.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's like a dream collab like we've been waiting for years.
Primo might still happen. That'd be sick. Yeah, this song. I heard this song. This song's lit. I heard. Whole album sounds like the same beat over and over again. Yeah, I hear that. What up, Jer? What are you saying, brother?
DJ KC Music. Does it really, or does it have a sound and a vibe that you just kind of say that is the vibe? So now you're just saying that everything sounds the same. And I know you're a music man, so I mean you'd know different. So is it really like that repetitive? Uh-oh. You on mute, Tdot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was waiting for the answer. I was waiting for the repetitive speed up. So that would be. All right,
brother. You got to fix your camera. So you can jump in. Try to speed up, and slow down the beat. And
dun dun dun.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So it goes. I guess I'll find something new at some point. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I find it hard to find new albums and just listen to them straight nowadays.
And Mecca, try to come back in. Like, jump out, and try to come back in again and see if that works.
Bum, 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 bum. He's going to want to talk sports. I'm going to talk some Buffalo Bills and New York Giants. That's what he's going to want to talk about. Fix the camera. Fix up. Actually, Mecca sends me some stuff in my DMs to keep me thinking all the time. So hopefully he can get his stuff straightened out there. What else is going on in the world lately? Anything exciting? Not really.
Let's see. Well, Kyrie's back on the court.
That's good. Yo,
What'd it do?
where is it? I'm gonna see how much of this I can get right here. What's the drama right now? How do you spell these expensive clothes? How do you spell the expensive clothes? What's it called? What's the expensive clothes? Balenciaga? How do you spell that? Anybody? Can somebody look at their label and tell me how to spell this? I don't know how to do it. B-A-L?
N.
I got it.
You got it?
See? I really didn't know how to fucking spell it. You hear about this shit?
What?
You didn't hear about this shit, eh? This is crazy. Byway stitches. Christy Rain, like, yeah, man, this is pure bargain heralds over here. They did some ad. You didn't hear about this ad that they put out, yo?
Another black kid with a monkey.
No, guy.
Uh-oh.
Guy.
Okay. Talk to me.
Guy, they took it down, guy.
Took what down?
The ad.
Who?
That's how bad it was.
Oh.
It was so bad that I think they apologized and took it down. And the guy's on the run, guy.
What are you talking about? Talk to me. Tell me the story. What are you even talking about?
I'm trying to find a good like write up right here.
Who was it? Giant Tiger.
So there's an ad. There's kids in the ad, and there's like teddy bears with like bondage clothing on it. So teddy bears with bondage clothes with kids. Right?
Bondage clothes.
Bondage, like some straps and shit, right? So teddy bears and straps.
Okay, like you're in a mental institution like that?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay, go.
Right? And then
like dominatrix, like that type of stuff.
yes.
Oh, okay, S&M or SNR or
Whatever.
ASMR. Okay, or
Right?
yeah.
And then
Or ADL. Yeah.
so they tried to do that, but then in the background of the photo, there's like a court document. So they purposely there's like a court document, and it's about the ability, something about free speech and being allowed to do this type shit, being allowed to show this, and it's all good. So somebody approved it. Whoever did the ad is gone somewhere. You have to see the ad, man. It's terrible. And the world's gone wild, but then it's also not gone too wild. So it's gone a little bit wild for this shit.
So
Hang on. I'm looking for a good-
Balenciaga?
Balenciaga.
Child ad. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see if
Yeah,
I
so
can
there's
find.
yeah. But what you have to see is in the background. So, they didn't just put anything in the background. They actually put like, it's okay to do this shit for if it's an ad or something, and somebody zoomed in on that stuff, and it's crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, there it is. Here.
You got it? You sharing?
No.
You caring? Because sharing is Okay.
Sharing.
You sharing or no? No?
Hang on.
Okay, I'll share.
Hang on.
All right, you share.
I'm trying to find just the picture itself.
Everybody's trying to help us spell Balenciaga. For your information, I have Balenciaga in the back of my shade.
God, you should take that off right now, man.
IQ Remix says,
I can't get
do
in.
not type it. Police gonna find it in your history later.
Emeka, it's still not working, brother.
Mike, we really
If
need
you're on
you in
computer,
here.
you use your phone. If you're on your browser, use Chrome. Yeah, here you go.
Okay, so
So look at the teddy bear. Look at the third picture.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. See the teddy bear? Right? Is this the same link that I sent you? No, I just did, but don't worry. See the teddy bear?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, scroll a little bit. You're probably going to see like something with the document that's in the background.
I can't. Okay.
You can't.
Let's see here.
Anywho, it's wild shit. And this guy's also. Oh wait, hang on. Hang on, I'm doing technical support in the background.
Can you see this stuff or no?
I see it, but I can see something. You're not moving on the screen. Are you moving?
Let's see here. Oh, okay. I see what's happening.
You okay over there?
No, because when I click it, it goes into You know what?
I don't know what.
When I click it, it went to a different screen, so I'd have to share that other screen. So
You don't want to share that screen? I hear that. Anywho, there's that. And then in the background of that, there's documents from court cases saying it's okay to show pictures like this because it said it's good in court, basically is what it's saying. And then there's something else in there too, but I didn't read it enough earlier today to try to get even half quoted on that shit. And I'm back. What does it say?
So essentially, it's these kids with dominatrix toys.
Yep. And the person that they hired does stuff like this.
Okay, but then how about I just saw something pop up on my feed that said there's a teacher that was hosting an after school program called like Satan's Kids or something like that. Where it's just like, you saw that?
Mm-hmm.
After school program for people who want to just have fun with Satan in school.
Yeah.
That's St. Aidan?
No, we don't do that there. We don't do that there.
Yo.
But I mean, it's kind of wild, I guess.
My thing.
It is kind of wild.
Mad thing. Yes, Demos, this is big news for some people in the football world. Where it says Cristiano announces today he and Man U agreed to part ways mutually. You heard that?
I did.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the interview with him and Pierce?
Piece of Pierce, just a little piece.
Okay. Yeah, I watched it last week, and I'm like, how is this even happening? This conversation right now,
right? Why do you think that?
Well, because it it seems so close to the World Cup. It seems so like I don't want my job anymore.
Mm.
You know. So for Cristiano Ronaldo to this air out his grievances on Piers Morgan, I'm like, this cannot work. And then lo and behold, here we are a week later.
So is that good or bad?
I don't know. Like I know one of my clients one time was complaining or saying that, you know, he was kind of behaving a certain way on the field, not even on the field because he was on the bench actually. He's saying that when the manager tried to put him into the game, he said, "What are you talking about? You putting me with 3 minutes left in the game? Go suck yourself, boy."
Mm.
And he didn't go on. And then the guy was getting his haircut saying like he set such a bad example for all his fans, you know, all the people that look up to him, because like he's on a pedestal when it comes to this thing, and a lot of kids try to emulate him. So for him to even operate in that fashion, he's saying that was like a super bad look. But also he understands that like he's the greatest player in the history of the game. Why is Manchester United dealing with him like that? You know, like why do they have him on the bench? Why do they think it's appropriate to try and put him in at 3 minutes?
All right.
But I mean, we're human, so.
G the Greek, big up, sir.
What up with you?
Good evening. Good night. Lonnie. That's hilarious.
Who's Lonnie?
I think it's G the Greek. That's why I giggle every time. I certainly hope it is, because that's what makes me giggle. True story. True story. Guy, you used to watch award shows?
No, I haven't watched an award show in a long time.
No, you used to watch award shows. Or did you used to watch award shows back in the day?
For sure. Back in the day, I used to make sure I stay up to watch these award shows because, you know, I want to see my favorite artists perform.
Yeah, I heard that the American Music Awards were on Sunday, and that used to be my favorite show out of all of them was the American Music Awards. I didn't even know. I don't think I've watched that in like 10 years maybe. But those shows used to be the best, yo.
Of course. Like when Snoop Dogg came out.
All of it.
Snoop Dogg came out in the
Lowrider?
Yeah, in the Lowrider.
Mm.
Stuff like that was so amazing back then. But I guess I was like highly impressionable and easily entertained. I guess I'm not that easily entertained anymore. I'm sure there's some stuff that artists do right now that young people are like, yo, that's lit. And I'm like, really? Like I could imagine the stuff that I was freaking out over as a kid, and my parents are probably like, really? I wonder if when I was freaking out when Michael Jackson did the moonwalk, like I wonder if my parents were like, yo, that's sick still.
Yeah, they were.
Right?
For sure. You were young when you were doing that, guy. You were young, so I was younger when they were doing that. Right, but I'm wondering if like they were at an age like, what's this guy doing? No. Or did they like, yo, bad man. That performance hit everybody. That was a joint right there, yo. Nothing beats that performance. It's either that or when they did Scenario on Arsenio Hall. Tribe and Leaders of the New School. That was one of the other best performance live. That's right. I'm the youngest in the building. So all the DJs in the chat, there's a meme that's going around that says if you play Scenario and you don't play Busta Rhymes verse, your mama's a hoe. Herbie Hancock performing Rocket. Is it a must to play Busta Rhymes verse? Exactly, right, Jer? It's the whole your mama. All right, you know what? We got a friend. We're gonna bring him in. I think he has a
I think he has a Bills hat on. Let's see
It looks,
here.
definitely looks like a Bills hat. Does that say New York? It
No, it
must be
says
a Bill.
Bills. It says
No,
Bills.
it says New York. That's a Bills hat, guy. How many teams in New York? There's only one team in New York, man. Good evening, sir. I haven't seen you in so long. Good to see you, brother.
Bro, can you guys hear me?
I hear you good, man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How's
Yeah,
everybody doing?
you sound just like you did before, guy. Good, man. How are you?
I'm here exercising, trying to watch the Lakers and Phoenix game, and I'm getting ready for Thursday football, man.
Yeah? First of all, what's the score in the game right now? You can see it right now from where you are?
Right now, I just ran down to the basement. It was 34-30 Phoenix.
Oh, hang on 1 second. Sorry. Look at this. How rude of us, everybody. Fitz, go on.
You do it.
Me do it?
You got a better voice and you got a better diction when you introduce people.
That's what she said.
Cheese.
Sorry, hang on. Brush off my. Everybody, this is our very good friend from a very, very long time. Goes by the name of Emeka, or that is his name, is Emeka. Mary Ward, stand up, all that good stuff. And he stays in touch by popping into my DMs and telling me about his New York Giants and tell me about
harassing your Bills.
Harassing my Bills and telling me, and we stay close with current events. So it is very good to see you pop up in here, brother.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, man.
For sure, man. This is a great thing, man. I love seeing people from Mary Ward, still alive, still doing stuff. It's really good, man. We're all in our 40s now. We're old.
Yeah, man. Right?
I can't believe so much time has gone by, man, and we're still here living. I'm glad to see people from back in the days. Everybody's still doing their stuff and just being healthy, which is very important with these insane times that we're all living in now.
Yes, my brother.
And I'm glad you guys have this podcast, man. And this is amazing. This is exciting. It feels good. It's just, I just think about Mary Ward a lot. I was just talking about the school the other day. Like, I heard that this program, Direction 2000, is still going on, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So
It is amazing. That should have been canceled like man.
I thought it was gonna
second year, yo.
Sure.
Second year should have been done, yo.
I can't believe it's still going on. It's amazing.
The amount of people that have suffered, and it's almost, you know what I was gonna make a reference. Let me just not.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. Whew, filter.
Do you guys remember? I think we're the another school in Calgary. I think it was Bishop Carroll was the other school that has this program.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, Bishop Carroll in Calgary. I don't know if it's still going on over there, but I think we're the only two schools that had this Direction 2000.
So how did you get this? How do you get this information?
I think it was
in
Mr.
the book,
Dalton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Dalton told us. You remember Mr. Dalton in English?
Yeah.
I think he told us that back in grade 9 or something like that. So so it's amazing that this program actually still exists, and it's amazing.
Direction 2000. Just think of that. That's 20 years ago, man. 22 years ago. 23 years ago. Lifetime ago.
Imagine that when we went to school, the program was called Direction 2000. So we were looking towards the future because this was the future of education, and Direction 2000 seems so far away. Like it seemed like, wow, that is the future.
Yep.
And that's
remember that.
And that's like so old now. That's old.
That's like what, 93, 90, what? What was grade 9? 92, 93?
90, 91, 92?
Well,
Remember,
for Fitz it was like 76, guys.
Remember, we experienced, I think it was North Campus for like half a semester. Then we moved into the school.
All right.
Yeah, because you and I are the same grade. Yes. That's right.
We took the bus over to North Campus for some courses and came back. Then
I never had courses. I just took the bus sometimes for the fun of it, guy. It was great.
And
then just so I could get over there and
milk and patties. The chocolate milk and patties on the bus ride. Yes.
So
all over the world.
Emeka, I don't watch football, right? But
Why?
all my information I get from football comes from this man here that I share this podcast with every Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I was to tell anybody in the world about football, all I could say to them is that Josh Allen is the greatest in the world, because that's all I know, because that's the information I get from this man. So if you were to have a conversation
Josh Allen.
with this man about football, what does it sound like?
He's really happy for his Bills, man. He's never seen a season like this before, and
well, I mean, I've seen a season like this before. I mean, I've been around for a while, so I mean, when we were going to the Super Bowls, I was around for that.
Well, I mean in recent times. I'm not talking about.
Hey, I'm just saying, I've been around for some good times, but yes, I hear you for that, 100%.
But I don't know about this season, buddy. I really don't know. They look good, but I don't know, man. It's not looking that great right now.
Why do you say that? Because going into the season, it seemed like they were, as I was told, because he's my information, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was told that they are the odds-on favorite to win this whole thing. Right now, you're sitting here with a New York Giants hat on, with adverse information.
Coming from a Giants fan, and I'm sure Bennett remembers 91. What happened to his New York Giants, to his Buffalo Bills, I should say. Wide right. Remember that wide right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was there for that. I do.
Yeah. This season, he's got a tough end. He's got the Jets. He's got the Pats. Everybody's above 500. You got Miami that's scaring everybody right now. You know, you got Tua. Tua's playing out of his mind, even though he's got like 300-400 concussions. I don't know how that guy's still alive right now, but
that's true.
It's gonna be.
All I gotta say is when the Bills lose, it's like acts of God or some sort of the best game ever, whatever it is. So I'm not complaining with where we are. Like Miami, we lost against the sun. People were falling on the field, dying on the field. So that, we lost 13 seconds wide right. Acts of God. It's good, man. I'm happy to be where we are right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about where we are, because all those games that you're talking about are all home games coming up.
That's true.
Yeah. Right. We lost before that Minnesota game. We had beaten all the other three other division leaders on the road, won all our home games, and only lost by total of 5 points to division teams. So we were doing all right. We lost to Minnesota. Snowstorm got us in Detroit. Hopefully, God willing, I'll be driving back on Thursday night at about this time, saying happy things, posting happy videos, not getting heckled by Detroit Lions. Because if I'm getting heckled by Detroit Lions fan, it's gonna hurt me in my heart, yo. You know what I mean? I can't be getting heckled by them, and I'm going with a Detroit Lions fan. So, but the Giants look good. But the Giants, I mean, you should just be happy, because I mean, you gotta thank us for your coach. See, Fitz, did you know that the head coach of the New York Giants was the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills last year? Yes. He's brought a new.
Stefan Diggs was rubbing that in at the beginning of the season. He was reminding us Giants fans to be thankful. I remember.
Who's Stefan Diggs?
Remember that?
Who's
the
that?
Receiver for the Bills.
Stefan Diggs is him.
Yeah. So he was reminding us. But I will say this: Buffalo Bills fans, they're amazing for what they've done to the players. They actually went to their families' homes and helped with the snow. Yeah, some players' family members have passed or sick. These Bills Mafia fans, they'll donate hundreds of thousands to causes on their behalf. Like it's amazing what the Bills fans are doing. So Bennett, I didn't know your pockets were that deep, man. Like, where's all this coming
from? It's from sweeping at the shop, yo. That's my tips, guys.
Wow, come sweep at the shop.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I've been saving up my quarters, yo.
Wow.
That's all.
Yo, that boy Jer says Ben is getting all the money from this podcast.
Jeez. No, but yeah, man. I can't complain with the Bills. I'm sure you can't complain with the Giants right now.
We have a tough
long
game.
season. Who you guys got this week?
We have those cowgirls on Thursdays, man. I'm not too thrilled about that game right now. So.
Okay, I think I know that those guys are your rivals, right?
Yes. Well, Philadelphia Eagles
Philadelphia.
are division rivals, but the Cowboys are a team that, they have our number for a while now, for a couple of years. So
okay, so Philadelphia Eagles are your New York Giants division
rivals. Yes.
But Philadelphia Eagles are actual rivals of the Cowboys? Do they have history?
We're all in the division, but if there's two teams that really hate each other in the division, it's the Eagles and the Giants. And the Washington and Cowboys hate each other for history.
Everybody hates the Giants still.
But the Giants are usually picked on the most, though, in that division. And we have the most Super Bowls in our division. I know you know that, right, Bennett?
Oh man, brother Eli is the best Manning. Don't let anybody ever tell you different, man. Brother Eli is clutch, yo.
Oh, of course, man. Of course.
Brother Eli, man. Watch out for that guy.
So what is this about a canceled Bills in Toronto series?
Sorry, what was that?
So right on the screen it says still salty they cancel the Bills in Toronto series.
They used to play a game a year in for a couple of years in Toronto, I guess.
I think it was for I think that went on for 8 years, and I guess I don't know what happened.
8 years.
I think it was about 8 years.
It was a bit.
Yeah,
I think the Ford brothers were trying to keep that going, and it just never worked out.
I didn't like it.
No?
I don't like it. No.
How come?
I don't want it. It's a wasted home game. We don't want that shit.
Yeah.
That's not a home game. But for Toronto, like you got to think about me saying that, right? I don't want the Bills in Toronto. The Bills stay right there in Buffalo. That's it. If the Bills move from Buffalo, I'm done.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you want an NFL team in Canada though, overall?
I mean, sure, they can have an NFL team in Canada, just not the Bills. Fuck that.
So if they had an NFL team come to the city, you wouldn't be a fan, or you'd be a fan. So it'd be like
Agile guy. It'd be like Agile guy.
Huh?
Right, Agile. Remember?
Okay.
Right. He was a 76ers fan, and we got a Toronto team, so I could claim whatever. I could claim both.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all.
Like when I used to claim the Bulls.
Something like that.
Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it.
Right?
I get it.
That's the only time. Other than that, no. We're good. Go Bills.
So is your team good, Emeka?
Right now we're 7-3, and
that sounds good.
It's good for now, but we have the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Thursday, and I'm a little bit nervous right now with that game.
Take the points, guy.
I don't know.
Take the points. It's gonna be a field goal game. Danny Jones, man. Danny Dimes, yo.
Danny Dimes.
I love Danny Dimes, man. Danny Dimes is gonna take you not to the promised land, but I mean, he'll get you to, he'll get you to beat Dallas or keep it close with Dallas.
Yeah, and those Washington, man. Washington's playing. They're above 500 too. They're starting to make me nervous too now. I don't want those guys to catch us. So.
See, that's the difference, right? I can't be worried about teams like that. If you're talking about being worried about the Washington, what are they called now? The Commanders.
The Washington Commanders. Yes.
Oh, so they're not the Washington football team no more?
Nope. They went from the Redskins, the Deadskins, the Commanders, Washington team. I don't know what's next, man. It's just because the owner's trying to sell the team now, so they might end up changing name again. I think there's rumors about Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos from Amazon trying to purchase them. I don't know how true that is, but
shoot, from Hebros to Nebros. Let's go, Bezos.
Bezos says, "Let me get all that drama off me. Let me go buy this team here, so people forget about that show that I have on Amazon."
Oh man,
Let's buy the worst team to buy ever. It's gotta be the. Let's add that to the fucking docket. Oh Lord!
so you're saying that Philly, Arizona? No, you said Phoenix is playing the Lakers.
Yeah.
That's finished or it's on?
No, it's probably going to halftime right now. I'm in the basement right now. I'm about to do some weights right now.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So you come into the basement because that's where the modem is. That's where the strong Wi-Fi is.
No, that's where my weights are actually.
Okay.
I was gonna go to the gym tonight, but I just chickened out. I said, you know what, I'm gonna stay inside.
Okay. So all these years of our lives, I never asked you.
I will do that, Carlos. Thank you, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
Are you related to Emeka Okafor?
From what team did he play for again?
Connecticut, UConn.
Connecticut.
Is that right?
No,
I think it was Connecticut.
And then the
UConn.
Bobcats.
I think it was UConn.
UConn.
Wasn't it UConn? Or Connecticut? Someone help us out here, man.
Yeah,
UConn.
UConn.
Those two teams.
Yeah, yeah.
UConn? No,
I don't watch college ball.
Syracuse?
I just know when he was a Bobcat.
The Charlotte Bobcats.
Charlotte Bobcat.
Yeah,
Yes,
man, he was on a
the
UConn
Bobcats.
guy.
No, I am not related to him. I don't know his family. I know they stole my name, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Who had it first?
Oh, I did. I'm older.
Okay.
My name.
But believe it or not, Emeka Okafor is a very popular name in the U.S.
Yeah.
I know it sounds rare and stuff, but it's very popular in the U.S., man. It is.
Emeka
There's
Okafor.
there's a lot of Nigerians, especially like in the Texas, like Houston area.
Wait a second, you're
A lot of
Nigerian?
Nigerians. The names are very popular down there.
You're Nigerian?
Yeah, man. My dad's Nigerian, man.
What the?
Half Trini, half
Wait a second, you're
Nigerian.
Trini too?
Yeah. They call it the callaloo mix, man. You didn't know that?
The callaloo. Oh,
You didn't know that?
shit.
No, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I just thought
Callaloo
you-
mix, man.
I just thought you were Scarborough.
You thought it was from Scarborough?
Yeah, I thought you were just Scarborough. Holy smokes.
Oh, come on, man.
Nigerian and Trini.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
for you.
man. Nigerian and Trini.
Good for you.
Yep. Yeah, man. So what are you drinking there, Bennett?
The red cup, yo. Heineken in the red cup.
Heineken in the red cup. You chasing it with anything? And you're chasing it with the ooh, okay.
Chasing it with my chaser.
Nice.
Oh man.
You're not
what do you-
drinking anything, Fitz?
No, I'm taking it light tonight because I got an early start tomorrow. I got to drive for a couple hours tomorrow, so I want to make sure that I have no reason to feel not ready, you know. So
Okay.
tonight I decided not to partake in my usual libations.
Oh, okay.
How you doing? You doing all the driving?
You.
Fiji water. How's that taste, man?
Oh, yo, let me see that. Let me see that emote, Carlos. We say, how does Fiji water taste?
Yeah.
Like curry goat. Nah, Fiji water just tastes. It tastes like
It's not
I
like
don't know.
Aquafina water. and all
Nah,
that
B,
stuff.
nah. Like Fiji water tastes like glory. That's the only thing I could say. Like it just tastes like just there's something heavenly just coming in your body and whoa, holy smokes.
It doesn't taste like water from the Calgary mountains or anything like that.
That's what she said.
Holy pause. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. That was good. So, DJ Paulie Lopez, I'm glad you'd asked. So, I have family in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is a place where I used to spend the majority of my summers as a youth, up into my late teens and into my mid-20s. I spend most of my summers there because that is where my father's side of family resides. So every summer, I packed in the car and drive to go visit my family. And then my father would leave me, go back to where he's from, and I'd stay there and kick it with my family. I haven't seen my family there in about 10 years. I haven't been back. Yeah, sometimes, I open up my shop, and once I open up my shop, it kind of stopped a lot of things I would do. Yikes, hold on here. I realize I've not plugged in my computer.
Uh-oh. What does that mean? It's going to blow up?
No, it means I got to plug it in. Commercial break for me.
Mm-mm. So watch this now, Emeka. You watch basketball?
Yeah, here and there. I was watching Ben Simmons earlier today.
I know you're watching the game right now, so you can't come on here and not give us your take on the Toronto Raptors. How you feeling about the Raptors this year?
Raptors. I can see the Raptors going in six seed by the playoff time. Yeah, I can see a 6-7 seed.
Are they going to win? So they're not going to win a round? Are they going to win a round at that time, or they're going to be what? They're out in 6.
So that would be the top 3 teams in the East. It's going to be I think the top 3 teams will be Boston again, Milwaukee, and I think Philly.
Boston, Milwaukee, Philly. You think? And you don't
you
don't think the Raptors can beat any of those guys? You don't look like a guy that is going to tell me that the Raptors can beat one of those teams. You look like you want to tell me, but you don't look like you're going to tell me that.
I don't see it, man. I see another first-round exit. I see a first-round exit. What do you think?
I like to think a little bit higher. The Raptors. I think they can do like the 4-5 in a 4-5 match. They're a toss-up. We'll see. We got a lot of injuries right now. Is not helping.
No, but again, remember, it's still very early. We never know what can happen.
Yeah, but every win counts, right? So when it gets down to 3 weeks to go and you're down by 2 games, this game in November matters a little bit too. Same difference, right? A win is a win, a loss is a loss. So we'll see, I guess. We'll see.
So why do you think it's going to be a first-round exit?
Philly's tough, man. Like Philly, Milwaukee, Boston. I find these teams are just.
Yeah.
They just look tough, man.
Okay, so you're saying Philly, Milwaukee, Boston. So you're saying Raptors going to be a first-round exit. You're saying Philly, Milwaukee, Boston are tough. But why would Raptors be facing Philly, Milwaukee, or Boston in the first round?
Well, I that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we might end up 6, 7 seeds. So we might.
That's what you said. Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might get one of those teams in the front. I don't think we'll be 8th. We'll be higher than 8 for sure. I think we'll be up to 6. Will be the highest we can get. Yeah, is that what you think? Miami, Chicago will be probably in front of us again. Miami, Chicago, first round. It would be nice if we get one of those guys in the first round. I think we can beat Miami, and I think we can beat Chicago.
You got cable, bro.
That's why we got to get 4 or 5 seed. I'm telling you. So right now, Boston, Milwaukee up front, Cleveland's up front, but they're not going to stay up front. Philly's
I don't trust Cleveland. Seed. I know the Cleveland run looks fun and all that stuff, but I don't think that's going to last long, man. I can see them probably struggling to playing at the end of the season.
Well, they did that last year. Last year they were leading the East for a long time until the end. And I think they got a little bit more experience now, so they might fare better than they did last year. I think they'll be all right.
Who's that? Who are we talking about?
Cleveland. I think they'll fare better than they did last year. I think they'll make it in.
If you think they're going to be better than last year, that's bad for the Raptors.
It's not bad for the Raptors. Raptors are top 3.
You
It's not
think
bad
they'll
for
finish
Raptors.
top 3?
I think so.
Wow. Okay.
I think
bold,
so.
Man.
It's not bold. Too bad the spicy guy got a groin injury, or else they'd be showing you.
Well, if Chris Middleton
matter of fact, all their starters are out for quite some time. They're still in the thick of things.
What about if Chris Middleton comes back for the Bucks? That's a huge problem right there.
Mm-hmm. But Milwaukee's not going to take up 4 spots in the East. They're going to take 1 spot.
Miami. I don't know what's going on with Miami. Lowry looks like he's gained a lot of weight, man. He's looking like Harden now.
Lowry old, man. Lowry's a pesky veteran now, man. That's what he is right now. Good for him.
He just wants to paycheck in the weather, eh?
No, he's still doing his thing, but that's what he is. That's all what his ceiling is. Pesky veteran that drops, every now and then drops 20 on somebody's head. Every 4 or 5 games.
Everybody, this is Pizza in the Break Room, episode 71. This is People in the Break Room. Right now, we have our buddy Emeka joining the chat. If you want to join the chat, just click the link that I just put in and jump on in. Come on in. Let's chat.
Who's out there? Who's out there from Mary Ward? Who else is from Mary Ward out there?
Calling all Mary Ward people. Calling Wolverines.
Can't tell.
That's funny.
What was that guy's name? Remember that guy's name that was at every basketball game, and he was just every sport. He was cheering every sport, man. He was so energetic. From
Mary Ward?
Yeah. He cheered everything. He was always cheering.
Simon? Was he Simon?
Wayne?
White guy.
Simon.
Simon? Maybe.
And then he was like Macho Man. He would walk around the school. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is it that guy? Is that who you're talking about?
I don't remember his name, man. But that guy was so He cheered for everything, man. Like he was the cheerleader. He was everything, man. Anything Mary Ward was involved with, he was just cheering.
I think it might be Simon that you're talking about.
I think so.
Probably.
Wow, I never thought of him since I left school.
Just like that, eh?
As soon as I heard Bennett say Wolverines, I just remembered that cheerleading guy, man. He was too funny.
Steffi, try to pop back out and pop back in because your camera or you're not connecting to this thing properly. So try to hop out and hop back in. What did you do to fix it? What did you do?
I'll be right back. Commercial.
Right.
How did you fix your screen? Like, how were you able to come in? Because I know you were having difficulties before. What did you do to fix it? I
just say click on cam and it gave me like an automatic test.
Okay.
And it just brought me in.
Okay.
But,
so, Steffi, click on cam. Click on the camera and see if that does something with helping you to get inside here. So, hey, Emeka, what kind of industry are you in?
I'm in mutual funds, but I do not sell mutual funds. I'm just in the operations section of it.
Okay.
Yeah. The boring part of it.
Okay.
Back office stuff.
All right. I was just wondering if this QPE strike had anything to do with you. But that's not your industry.
No. But boy, was that, I thought I was going to be home with the kids this week, tell you the truth. So when they came up with that last minute deal on Sunday, I was like, oh, okay. But at the same time, I didn't really want to go into the office either. But
it's a catch 22.
Yeah, man, you can't win. I'm just like, am I going to save like few bucks on the GO train, or am I gonna end up spending money on the GO train? So
He's talking about the saving money part. Okay, I get it.
I'm looking at the saving money part. Like, I mean, but at the same time, you're at home with these kids, online learning, two computers going on at the same time, driving you nuts. Parents. I know there's parents out there are going through the same thing throughout the pandemic. It's crazy online learning.
That whole thing was tough for you.
Oh yes, it was, man. When the first in 2020, the first 6 months home.
Yeah.
Oh, it was crazy. Insane.
All right, hold on a second.
Teachers were giving the kids assignments. I'm trying to work on the computer, doing my work. The teacher's making them do exercises, play games. You're trying to do your work in between. Remember, there's two kids in between at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, and there's 2 young ones too.
6 months straight. That was crazy. Then
Right, hold on 1 second here. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna bring somebody in. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Good evening, sir. Mr. Notorious DJ Carlos.
I'm enjoying these talks.
Oh, I appreciate you, sir.
Love the sports talks.
Appreciate you, sir. You came in at the right time. You came in at the time we're talking about kids and staying home, and I know you got 2 of your own.
2 young ones, 8 and 9.
Yeah, close to me. 8 and 6.
Oh yeah, so we're going through the same thing right now.
Yeah.
Before we dive too far into it, first of all, big up Carlos for all the support and for always being here in the break room. It is 11:10 and a couple of seconds, so we're going to take 1 minute real quick before we dive into some topics. In 15 seconds, everybody, we're going to realize how the universe works. This is episode 71, and if you flip the number 71 around, it turns into the number 17. Today, of all days, is a young man's birthday. He is somebody that I call Trips because he is Fitz's little Fitz. And Fitz is actually a little Fitz as well. So his son's birthday is today. It is 11/11. All the good juju out to little Fitz.
Yes.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Big up
son.
Trips. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Shout out
son.
to that boy. All the good juju
Yes.
and all that stuff. Very, very, very bright, promising young man, coming up well in the community, taught very well by his father. And I remember 17 years ago ish. So I'm very sure that's been an inspiration for you. And for some reason or another, that's why we're here today. And there goes your 11/11, everybody. Big up to little Fitz. Trips in the house. Breathe.
Happy birthday.
Whew. All right. Sorry about that. 11/11.
That's pretty clever, sir.
I mean,
That was good.
I catch 71. I checked like 20 minutes ago and it worked out. So I was like, is he 17? He can't be 17 today. And he's 17 today. So that works.
Sick.
Anyways, what the hell were we talking about 2 minutes ago?
We were talking about these 2 men
Yes.
with their 2 children and how they dealt with homeschooling during the lockdown.
Mm.
Well, my wife's a school teacher, so
Oh,
my
man.
kids got it hard. They call her. She's called drill master in our house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they-
you know, it's
my-
funny because I know sometimes like when parents are teachers or their principals, actually, like I find that I hear often that their kids fall by the wayside because I feel like they're often like paying attention to the other kids, like the kids that they deal with on a daily, and then you realize like your kid is actually, like not up to par as to what you'd think they would be as a student. But
I don't want to jinx it, but my kids got A's for the first time this last report last week.
all right,
So
all right, congratulations for the A's. A's are a big deal. A's are a big
But-
deal.
But to your point, you are correct, though, based on being around my wife's peers. There is a lot of teachers who unfortunately, they don't put as much time with their own kids, and they don't get the same what you think they'd be getting, which is unfortunate, right?
Is it hard to get that balance though? Because teachers work hard, right? So teachers work hard and they come home, they got kids at home. Do you find that in your household to be something that's difficult, or you guys, I mean, I'm sure you guys got it figured out, but is it hard?
Well,
hard?
I think the good thing that we have going on is, to defend some of those parents, sometimes they don't have both parents in their life, right? So it's one parent doing everything, right? So to your point, yeah, like, my wife goes to work all day, and I usually kind of kick in at 4 o'clock, and I kind of take over so she can get a break from it. So I think that's a very important part of it, is how you're actually structuring your day, right? And we're very structured in our lives and the way we live, and my wife is over the top with that stuff, so it works. I think it's a lot of it's to do with structuring and just not having that one parent do all the work, right? I even know people always ask, why doesn't she teach her own kids? Because we could have, because the school she works at is close to where we live, and my wife refuses to teach her own kids. She goes, no, I don't want to teach them. I don't want to have them.
That's interesting.
No, she doesn't want to teach them, and it's funny. All her peers are the same way, because she's got a lot of peers that have kids the same age, and none of them teach their own kids.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't teach.
You guys know Mike Malcolm?
Yeah.
So Mike Malcolm has been a principal. He was a principal for 25 plus years.
Stop this! I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's high up now with the Toronto District School Board on education. He's now at the head of headquarters. But even when we talked to him, we grew up together. And when I first started dating my wife, we used to have this conversation all the time before we had, because we both our firstborns are like a couple months apart, so we kind of share a lot of the same thought process. But we just talked about it last week again. He was just like, "How'd report cards go?" And I go, it was good, but we also, we're pretty structured now. It's kind of become regular way of life, right?
Right.
Well, no, if you notice, the reason why I normally come into you guys, like, I can't do nothing until after 8:39 when my kids go to bed.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Then I bounce and I go enjoy a cigar and a smoke and tune in and listen to music, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we picked a good time. Just quick question. I don't know. I think it's on topic, but during the pandemic, and did your wife have to teach the kids from home?
So and
we
heard about
hated
it. She hated it.
We heard about the kids' plight, I guess, right? So what can you tell us about a teacher's plight being at home during the pandemic?
So my wife teaches grade 1, and she used to teach senior kindergarten.
Yikes.
So a grade 1, and you all had kids. At the end of the day, to expect a kid to just sit and be focused forget a whole day, like just 10 minutes at a time in front of a computer.
Yeah,
it's next to impossible. And as a teacher, when you've got a screen and you've got 25 kids on that screen and 20 of them are just not paying attention, what are you going to do? And you can't even get mad, because it's just a reality. You're not going to be able to get those kids to stay focused, right?
Especially
It's
grade
not the
1.
same like being in person, right?
Grade 1 in kindergarten, you see kids like flipping in the bed and stuff.
Oh, the stuff I used to see with her is because she used to put it up on the big screen, and I'd just be laughing in the background, and she'd just be shaking her head like there's nothing you can do, right? Because
right?
You're not there, right? So everyone will always have their own opinion. You got to respect everybody's opinion, but I think at the very end of it, that's part of developing as a child, right? Like every day you lose of not being able to interact with somebody, you can never get that back. So I think it's important that these kids have that interaction and are not stuck. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, they were, but I'm glad it didn't go on strike again this week.
Yep, I know. I was nervous about that.
So how was Emeka? How was yours? How was your experience? Did you do the bulk of the assisting during the schooling, or was it your wife?
Well, my wife's a nurse, so she was doing a lot of 12-hour shifts. So.
Oh, your wife was wearing a cape.
Yes, so I was with them throughout all day with them with both computers, just going crazy. For the first 6 months. Then the following year, 2021, I was home again with them for 5 months because they closed schools again. So It was very challenging. I'll tell you, my mental health was hit, man. It was
come
hit. I never played the lottery so much time. That was my outlet. Like I went to buy a scratch card ticket just to keep me sane. You know what I mean? Like, and just to make them calm down because they're two boys. They have lots of energy. They're not listening to the teachers. They're trying to listen to the teachers. They only listen to them if it's fun gym time on the computer.
Right.
I'm trying to do my work in the meantime, and I can't get it done.
How?
So when there's a break, when school's over, they're full of energy. I'll take them for a drive so they can fall asleep in the car.
Wow.
I'll drive from Ajax all the way to Uxbridge, go around to Brooklyn, come back down. Hopefully they fall asleep during that. And I'll stop off at every gas station. And I'll buy a lottery ticket. That's what I was doing.
This is crazy, man.
He's using the gas station like slot machine.
That's what I
Like
was
it was a
doing.
spin.
That was my outlet because I don't go shopping and stuff like that. You know how women like to shop or anybody likes to shop just
Women be
retail
shopping.
therapy.
Women be shopping.
There's a
That
sale
was my
somewhere.
lottery was my therapy.
That's
How
wild.
crazy it was, man, and I had to stop. So
It's funny just hearing all these stories though, because you guys are talking like these stories, and I'm like, yeah, me and my daughter just trying to make sure like she works from home, I work from home, she's in the basement, I'm upstairs working. It's hilarious that
Because you were having.
Well, you
sex
remember at the
early.
beginning of the
That's why.
pandemic, and other gentlemen will probably understand this. You know, our kids were 5 and 6 years old at the time.
mm-hmm.
So when he talks about doing those long drives, you know, do you remember that first stage, that first part of the of spring and summer where they even were blocking off the benches in parks?
In parts,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that, right? So
course.
like, you know, literally what I would do is I get in the car, put my kids in there, and we just start driving up north because
Oh.
you just want to get out, right? And just because, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know about you guys, you know, I got a great relationship with my wife, but I just can't be with her all day, all night. You know what I mean? Give me a break. So doing that, driving around and, you know, finding different things to do, whether it's buying lottery tickets, you just find something because you just got to get out. You just got to,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I even brought wipes and sanitizer sprays just to spray the little parks. And if there are other kids at the park, I'll look for another park where there's nobody. Because I was scared. I really didn't want this virus at all. Because you know what I mean. Those first variants were very strong, right? So
Well, at the beginning, we had really no clue,
No idea what was happening.
no
guy.
idea what was happening.
I thought the aliens were here, guy.
Yeah, we were
Right? Like, you know, like at the beginning, you just never knew. Like, no, but seriously, when you think about at the beginning of it, when it was, because, you know, I was in the office and it was like, what do we do? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, like every business has this like plan, a business continuity plan for like, you know, if there's earthquakes or floods, and in there is this, right? And I remember we got audited, and we were like, we always just laugh at that point, like, no, this is never going to happen. This stuff's never going to happen. And they asked us about it, and I'm like, it happened. We're all alive. Business is going. That's it. We win the audit. We're done here. Like, be gone. So it's Ruddy Gobert's fault.
It's Ruddy Gobert's fault. Remember that?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Rudy Gobert went and touched all the microphones, and he shut down the world.
Bro.
I
It's funny.
that.
I just saw a post today that was like, that's 2000. That started a little bit end of 2019, beginning of 2020, and it's about to be 23 right now, man.
Ruddy Gobert shut down the world.
So do you guys think it was at the end of it all, there is some good that's come out of it?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, there's some bad for some, and then there's definitely some good, because there's a lot of things that people have been able to start doing that they would have never even imagined or considered doing before. You know, I mean, like here we are, like this is a common theme of like, you know, this whole lockdown brought us together in this community of Twitch. You know,
Yes,
T.Dot Hotshot and I.
Yes.
T.Dot Hotshot and I are doing this podcast. Carlos, I'm sure you've done like 600,000 streams so far.
Well, I'm sure I speak for a lot of the guys that are DJs that were streaming. Yeah, if we go back 3 years ago in December of 19, there's no way we would have said, oh yeah, we'll be streaming, putting all these hours in that we did online. It just wasn't part of our lifestyle, right? We didn't understand that. But I think a lot of good's come out of it, right? I think, when we talk about mental health and just energy of music, the one thing about music you can never take away is you can play a song from whenever it was, whether it's a year ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. There's always a memory that comes with that song, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
So I think it's been amazing. I think a lot of good has come out of it for a lot of people, including myself. I gave up drinking because of it. I was a heavy.
Yeah, what's this? 2 years? 2 years, right? Is that right?
2
Recently?
years. Last week was 2 years from it, and
Wow,
I never
man.
try and push
Congratulations,
it. Thank you, but I never try and push it on anybody else because, it's just part of life, right? Like I think the pandemic again, being home. I'm a new I guess a newbie when it comes to the marriage life. I've only been married for 11 years, so I prior to that, never really been with anybody. I'm an only child, so just being around, and my wife, was works as a teacher, so our whole life that we've been together, she's always been gone for half the day, right? Suddenly she's around, right? We're not used to that, so it creates tension, and not that it was bad, but we had to learn how to communicate in a different way now.
It's like, this is what you look like in the sun.
well, true story. Like, I'm blessed with my lifestyle, but I'm home in the daytimes, right? So believe it or not, my wife really didn't understand what I really do in detail every day. She knew that I just can enjoy my time, but when she was around now to watch it, there'd be times she goes, "Oh, is that what you're doing today?" And I'd be like, "That's what I do every day." But because she never seen it, she only just kind of thought about it because she's too busy at work, and now she's seeing me do it. Right down to the, all the DJs. I know I can speak for a lot of the guys that are streaming online. We've now gotten a lot deeper in our music, and you're always looking for new music, and you're working on new files. But when we do that behind the scenes on our own time. So when I'm sitting at the dining room table on my computer and working on music files, she started throwing that, "Oh, you're doing music again?" I go, "Well, this is what I do all the time, right?" So
this is what
I think that's what our relationship got even stronger in a good way, because we had to spend a couple years together, right?
Couple years together. Emeka, what's your takeaway from all this, yo?
No, you know what? He hit it on the head. Like, I find that my relationship with my wife has gotten a lot stronger throughout the pandemic. Even though as a nurse, I was really scared when she came home, because I was like, I hope she's not bringing this virus home. But no, our relationship has got stronger. We were thinking more about our kids. We were thinking about what's really more important outside of the scratch tickets that I was buying. And
y'all going this weekend, by the way?
Got a lot stronger.
What?
Sorry?
Are you guys going to that show this weekend?
Sorry.
Scratches.
Get on up?
I heard you're buying tickets or something, you said?
Oh, no, he said scratch tickets.
Like his,
lottery tickets. Okay.
I said outside of that. I was like, what's important? But I said outside of buying that. I was like, yeah. So our relationship got a lot stronger throughout that. I do know some people where the relationship got worse, which is really unfortunate throughout this pandemic. And it helped us. I find that it helped us a lot.
In some ways, right? Because I find for me over time, I mean, all these people on this show knows how it's all been, but like I had a relationship with myself throughout the pandemic, and I was forced into it though, right? I had to do things that I'd never done before in a way that I'd never done it before, and then figure out different things that I like or dislike. I'm outdoorsy now. I've never been outdoorsy, yo. I want to go on hikes and camp and shit. I never wanted to do that before, but I had to find an outlet during that time to do different stuff. So I think for me, it was a relationship with me. And I know that's different for everybody, but I think it's just deeper relationships in some way, shape, or form with my friends and people that I connect with. This community in general, it was just that you were forced into different ways to communicate. Like I remember Fitz, like I have a picture, it'll come up sooner or later. It's like me, Fitz, Emeka, these guys, Dom,
Yep.
like P-Man, all those guys. And it was like, couple weeks into the pandemic, and we did like an Instagram call, and I had never done an Instagram call with anybody before that, and it was this random call, and I was looking at my phone, and I'm like, this chat group is calling. I'm like, what the? And we turned it on, and we chatted, and I remember taking a screenshot, and I had fucking like what do you emote glasses on?
Oh yeah, because now you start rapping with the thing.
Right, yeah. So I had like filtered glasses on, and I had a big laugh on the screenshot, and everybody. And I was like I said, I'd never been on an Instagram call with 8 of you motherfuckers before in my life. Right? Like, why would I? But we were forced into different ways. It's like, we had game nights. Right, we online game nights. We were playing fucking Risk online because we had to find a way to connect and talk to people, shit like that. You know what I mean? And it was just wild for me. So I think it really forced a lot of people to find different ways to connect.
I had a quick question. It's the first time I've ever come on to StreamYards like this. How do I see right now? I see you guys in Streamlabs, I guess, right? How do I see the chat? Can I go back to it, or will it cut me off if I?
You might have to press something. You're on the phone, right?
Yeah. Oh, I see chat. Okay.
As long as you don't close it, you should be able to see. Stop that, Jer. You might be able to see it in StreamYards of the chat under comments, but if not, then you can probably. I don't know if you go to Twitch, like if you multitask over to Twitch. That
no, I think you might be able to see it on. You find it?
I see chat, but I don't see a chat.
Okay.
Comments. Oh, there. No. Yeah. There it is. Comments. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I see it now. All right.
Wicked.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this, guys. Change the pace a little bit. We got a DJ in here, and we got a man with a New York hat on.
Jersey. I should say Jersey.
I'll ask Emeka first because I know Carlos is about music all the time. Emeka, what are your 3 favorite albums
of all time?
Yes, three albums that have impacted your life.
Well, I know Bennett knows what I'm gonna say, so
it's all right.
I'll say 1994, Illmatic.
Okay. Illmatic.
1995, Only Built for Cuban Links.
Yikes. Wu Gambinos. Call him son because he shines like one.
Now the third one now. That's a tough one. Two is fine. That means these 2 definitely meant something to you for sure. So yeah, for sure. But
right.
I will. You know what I will throw in there though? I will throw in J. Rue the Damager, Sunrise.
Ooh. Yeah, that guy. He was different, man.
Oh, for sure.
So it's funny when when the pandemic first started before Twitch, I did this we kept track of. We did it with 68 people. So whenever I would just go live on IG and I catch somebody, so if I caught Tdot on here suddenly and I brought him on, just randomly I'd say, hey, I need to know what your top 3 favorite genres of music are, and in order too. And it has to be. You can't if it's 90s hip hop, you got to say 90s hip hop. It can't just be hip hop. And I'll tell you, there was a lot of surprises from big name people that we had on there that had no clue. Like it was crazy. You learn because you sometimes, especially as DJs, that you get to know a DJ to play a certain type of music, and then they play it because that's what their career is forcing them to play, right? And they like what they do, but they actually have a love for something that's completely on the opposite side.
Right.
And there was a lot of those kind of guys. So it's kind of funny when you ask that question right now. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking I had never answered that question before, but I was asking it all the time.
So who do you get?
It's a hard question. Man, it's hard for me. I kind of I'm a bit older than you guys.
Right,
Like,
right.
When I started DJing in '83, so that whole MJ Thriller album for me
Okay.
was huge because I never got to hear an album again for a long time that I could just play. So like when I got introed into it, like Thriller to me was just on a different level because every track on it was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get hot artists coming out after that in 85, 86, 87, but they're all one hit, two hits coming out of these people. So you can't listen to the whole album.
Okay.
Right? So I kind of came in with being spoiled with Thriller. And then you suddenly, you know, you're expecting all this music from people, whether they're old or new artists, and it's usually one or two hits max, right? So it's kind of, that's the one that stands out the most for me because it always like it takes me back. Like I literally started DJing that year. So, you know, going to understand to buy for the DJs out here, they'll totally understand this. But like in 1984 to pay $20 for a double vinyl album,
double vinyl.
that was a big deal. Like that was a big move, right? Okay. So that memory sticks with you, right?
That is big.
For real.
That is humongous because back then 25 cents was a lot of money.
Oh, bro, you don't understand. That was a big purchase, right? That album, because it was like that's. I was 13, 14 years old. $20.
$20.
That's a lot of money.
You sound like you get allowance, man.
I was hustling hard, bro, from when I was young.
Okay.
Things happen fast for me.
Did any of you guys buy that Milli Vanilli album and got your refund back when that whole lip syncing thing came out?
You got a refund, guy? You could have.
So as a DJ, I played that when it got released.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we played that because remember all that stuff came out after the fact, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When their hits came out and they were number one, they were shit. Everyone was dressing like them and trying to be like them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when we were breaking those records in, that crowd was into it, right?
Okay,
they were hot.
When Terrence Trent D'Arby came out, did he come out trying to emulate Milli Vanilli, like the way he looked?
I'm not sure. I don't know about that one.
Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Because I never seen
Milli Vanilli or after.
No,
Milli
he was
Vanilli?
after, man. But I never seen any. Yeah, because I never seen anybody with long hair, like braids,
you're not
before
sure,
Milli Vanilli. And then
what's
Terrence
his name?
Trent D'Arby.
Terrence
Trent D'Arby. Wish me love, wish me well.
Yeah, he had that look.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows? Maybe it's something to find out, I guess. That's because hey, he did have that look.
He did. What a song!
1987. It was Terrence Trent D'Arby's first album. Terrence Trent D'Arby. That's before Milli Vanilli, guy.
Yeah, it was. I remember they were giving refunds when that whole drama came out, man.
Oh, he's saying refunds. Stop this.
This is not real.
Records, man. You guys remember A&A Records?
I never bought that album, guy. I was taping it I was recording it on the radio.
A&A. Who was A&A? Was that downtown?
Refund.
Was that downtown?
Yes. It wasn't far from Sam the Record Man.
Okay,
It was right beside it.
I remember. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Sam's and A&A were right beside each other.
So is that where you used to buy your records, Carlos?
So you hear a Play-Doh record. It used to be Carnival Records.
Mm-hmm.
So there was Carnival Records where you went to go get your soca and reggae.
Yeah.
And the real R&B and funk at the time. Then all your commercial stuff, you go over to Sam's. Well, that's what I used to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sam's was big for that for us. But then then Star Sound opened up, which became Trax. So they started catering to the DJs.
Mm.
Then over on Eglinton West had this what was this? It was Treasure Island Records.
Treasure
we used to get our 45s from, right?
So did it mattered back in the day being there on a whatever record release day was early because there was only so many records to go around, or was it right?
It was Thursday in
Thursday.
the downtown core was Thursdays.
Yeah.
And,
I remember Thursdays, right? Yep.
There used to be booths in the back, like probably anywhere from 4 to 6 boxes.
Mm.
So if you were a high ranked DJ, they'd leave the records in there for you. So on that Thursday when you come in, you can go to the turntable, take a listen to it, and if you want to take it, you take it.
Yeah.
If not, they know they're going to sell it.
Mm.
But yeah, you had to if you weren't one of the guys with a box, you had to get down there. You had to be down there when the record, because some, like for example on one track they might only bring 10 copies in.
Right.
Because remember, these guys are buying it. This, Toronto was not being serviced by the record labels. So the owners of the record stores were buying these records. So, it's an investment. They're like, well, if we're going to buy 10 records, they need to move them right away. If they can't do 10, they'll only do 5.
Right.
So, if you're, and again, I know I'm speaking for all the DJs from that era, that you had, between radio and knowing somebody in another city, we always, as Toronto DJs, knew what song we needed to get our hands on. So if you saw that in a pile and everybody else wasn't doing the same work, you wanted to grab it first, because there'd be fights. There'd be fights in the record store. There's fights in those record stores. There's fights in those record stores.
I could imagine.
It's just crazy because you think about it. Like, so in Toronto, there were 10 record singles, whatever. There's 10 Jay-Z's to go around. But now everybody's got a Jay-Z. That's crazy. That's wild. Like, that is nuts. There's too many DJs
there's good and bad to it. I think there's good and bad to it. The good is, because of the access of music now online, it just makes the music vibe even better because people are more educated because they have access to it. Whereas before, you had to if you wanted hip hop in the 90s or 80s, you had to go and find it.
Right.
And you didn't get it all day, all night. You got it for 2-3 hours for the week. Whereas now, whatever genre you suddenly like you go, let me go, let's see what else they got there, or go on Spotify and play a whole category of stuff. But what that does for the industry from an entertainment standpoint, musically, it just, everybody's more educated.
Right.
So it's better, for, of course, the old way, you dominate when you're one of the few guys getting all those records. You're always going to be a couple steps ahead of everybody. But you're always working hard to play for your crowd because it's the same crowd. It's like anything. If you have, the first time you have that steak, it's going to be amazing, right? But you have it for 52 times for the year every week, you're going to start getting tired of it. So you got to, as a chef, got to figure out more ways to create that steak because your crowd's only so big.
Are we talking about steaks or are we talking about relationships?
Talking about music. Talking about the music. But just, I'm treating it like the crowd now. Back then, we were treating with one crowd. If you were like a CKLN guy, that's, you were catering to them, right? Now, the CKLN crowd can go find out anything they want at any time, 24/7. That's better for the market when you go in to play for a crowd. And that's what you've been seeing on Twitch a lot with so many DJs is the ability that, because you don't have a dance floor, you can play a song. You're not going to clear a dance floor, but the music knowledge of your listener is so much more educated now because they have access to it for free. Remember, back in the day, if you wanted to hear all the new Jay-Z or Biggie, you had to go buy that mixtape. Or record the stuff on radio.
I used to go get mixtapes. There's a flea market down on Young Street somewhere, wasn't there? There was like a
Big Apple. Big Apple had a
three for 25. I used to go get 3 for 25. Clue. Actually, I got some downstairs.
See my point. Whereas now you just put an artist name in and everything comes up.
And
if you have access to sites, there's sites that we all go to that everything is there, right? So that overall is better, I feel, for the marketplace because it just makes your audience easier to please, and you have such a broad way you can go with the music.
I hear that.
You would never see a person in the reggae scene in the 80s go to a soca party.
No,
it just wouldn't happen.
True,
it just wouldn't happen.
I used to hate the soca guys, I used to hate them.
Just wouldn't happen. It would never happen.
Soca.
But look at it now.
Exactly.
Right? Because people's mind musically has been stretched out, right? It's a different way of processing music now.
It's actually super crazy right now because when you think about it, like you said, we don't have to wait for the DJ to give us our music. We can actually get on sites and find new music, and in that way, like all of a sudden, you go downtown and you see like a concert happening of some random artist that you'd never even heard of, but he has a whole following because the internet's working in his favor.
Yeah,
and he's able to create such a following that he can hold a concert here, and you would never need to know.
It's just easy to find them. It's so much. I remember I went to dinner one time, and some girl, she was just singing, and I remember walking into the place, and I just heard like an angel's voice. And now I, follow her on the gram, all that good stuff.
But look at Twitch right now. You use Twitch as a perfect example.
Yeah.
This is probably the first time, myself included, we're looking at DJs in different parts of the world that we like.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We weren't doing that in 2019.
Right. Right.
It's
Right.
become regular now.
Yeah. Just 3 years ago. That's right.
Like we had the access to go online and find and Google a DJ somewhere in Japan, but now you hear and you like it. And you hear one of their friends and you go in, like, it's opened up so much, and it's for the better. It is for the better.
That's crazy.
Again, it makes the audience just be more educated.
How do you consume your music, Mecca? Like, what's your like? How do you go about your music right now in these days?
You know what? I'm using a lot of Wi-Fi at the gym. But at the gym, so I need some music, and I'm just for the past month, I've been listening to a lot of Kanye right now, especially the first 4 albums. So, but yeah, I've been using a lot of YouTube right now at this moment. I don't have a Spotify account or any other.
I don't got no Spotify. I got.
Anybody here anybody that has kids here have daughters?
No.
Have you guys know the Kanye with Andre 3000 and DMX, Life's a Party?
Oh yeah. I don't. Yeah. I think I did hear the DMX.
And where DMX is at the end talking to his daughter.
Oh right, on the roller coaster.
On the roller coaster, but they put it into the song. So it's Kanye, Andre 3000, and DMX. But for the guys that have daughters in here, go listen to that track.
What's it called? Sorry, Life's a Party.
Life's a Party.
Life's a Party.
Andre 3000 goes berserk on that.
Yeah, Kanye and Andre, and then DMX is on the end of it.
Oh, I gotta listen. I gotta check that out. Didn't hear that one.
So we got DJs on here.
We got a question from the chat, and I guess this is geared to you, Notorious DJ Carlos. What do you consider the bad side of so much access?
For what, music?
Yeah, like I was saying, like, we have so much access to music now, and you're living off all the good things that about it. But what's some of the bad things that you think could come of all this access?
There's too many DJs, yo.
I don't think it is bad. I think it's good, based on what I'm saying. Why? Like, as a DJ, you always want to. I always feel like I can only speak for myself, but I always want to try and go outside the box and do something different, right? But it goes back to what I was saying when I'm playing in the 80s, and if I was playing at a soca party, I couldn't attempt to try and do what you could actually do now at that same soca party, which is actually happening at soca parties now. It's mix the music, right? But by giving people the access to freely not have to pay for the music and maybe find a love for it, that just is a better audience for a current DJ working a live crowd. So to me, the access of and having access to music, this is nothing new. It's been around for 20 plus years. Remember, like the Napster days, that changed everything.
LimeWire,
right? Like everybody had music, right? And that, it was bad for DJs because now you remember, as a member of the 80s and 90s guys, you were breaking records in. You had to be one of the guys playing that record first, right? So with all this access, that's gone. That don't happen no more. You're never going to a party and say, "Oh wow, he played the brand new." No, like you already heard it. You heard it online somehow, right? That's gone. And like you talk to a guy that doesn't DJ anymore, he's probably gonna say it's bad. An older DJ. I'm an older DJ, but I'm in the current marketplace, and I think it's actually good overall for all DJs because your crowd is more educated. You're not going to work as hard. Going back to my point before, we had to work to really get the crowd going. Don't have to work. Don't want to say like we're not working, but it's so easy for us now because our crowd is more educated. especially online.
I find and maybe it's because I am older, it's like now I hear the same song a couple of times at a party. Like one DJ comes on and they just play their set. And then the next DJ comes on and they play their set, where before, probably because of the access to music, this DJ had the hype stuff and this DJ maybe had, a different mix of stuff. So that's how I look at it. But to hear you say that, especially as a DJ and as an OG DJ too, that it's like I get the access from you, it just seems saturated a little bit. And that's the part that bugs me. Because I like to pick and choose my parties, I guess, too. Like I only like to go to certain things. And when I go there, I just have a certain expectation of the DJs, because it's, DJs from back in the day that curate their music and do their thing properly. Like they like you say, work on it, and that's their craft, right?
Oh, the storytelling of a party's gone right now, unless you go to a theme party.
Yeah.
Like you go to the regular spots downtown. When we played, we were by ourselves. That's the part that a lot of people don't realize, especially the DJs and the younger guys. They're in shock when you tell them, no, like we used to play. The club opened at 10. You had to be there at 9:30. You played for 5 hours straight.
Yeah.
There was no piss break. There was none of that because you were by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Clubs didn't pay for another DJ. So you just learn to be in your zone to play your music and focus on it. But we're telling a story. There was the term warm up. You warm your crowd up. And you knew by a certain time that line was being built, and by a certain time there's enough people in the club to take it to the one level. And then suddenly okay, it's peak time now. We had slow music we'd play because we used to play slow music sets.
Oh man, that was the best time in the club.
So so what you're doing, but when you're bringing the slow music down, you already know what you're going into.
That was the best.
We know this. We know the story already. It's a story we're telling with our music. That's lost now with what Tdot was talking about. Like these guys just play their sets and they're gone. Some of them guys are not even there for 5 hours, so they don't know the story being told.
12 o'clock was slow jam time. You're like,
Time for some Jodeci.
yeah.
I used to do 3 slow sets in '69.
You remember that? 3 slow sets, man. You're getting at
3
least,
slow sets.
you're getting at 3 bubbles. 3 nice,
Like
nice
20 minute sets too. Like there were 15, 20
over
minute
under
sets.
2.5.
And they were packed. And the dance floor was packed.
Oh, come on. Good times. Good times. Poor people, they don't get to slow dance no more. All they do is this.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
What do you think? What do you think the reason behind that is? What would your opinion be? Since you got to experience our way, which in our mind is so much better. But what do you think changed that here in Toronto?
I think that maybe DJs are afraid of slowing down the pace. Maybe they feel like they might lose the crowd.
They're on a trajectory.
Or it might be the fact that maybe that there's so many DJs on a bill that the one DJ doesn't want to be the slow jam guy.
I don't
But
know.
because you're talking about the story now, and it all makes sense. If you are creating the vibe for the night, if you're curating the soundscape for the night, then you know when you're gonna put your slow jams in, because you know how you're gonna build back out of it. But maybe with so many people being on a bill, that might be something that makes it hard.
Back in the day, whoever was on the bill understood the storytelling, because that wasn't my way. That was just pretty much how all the guys did it with all the hot spots that were, if it was Scratch at California Dreams, he was doing the same thing. He was building a story with it.
Right.
And then, the story continues next week, basically, right? Because it was like, you don't go to a club now on a regular, theme parties, you will see it, but the regular spot, whatever's open tonight downtown, they're not in there packed till 3 o'clock fighting to the place is empty. Our crowd, people stayed to the very end. The last song playing, the dance floor was packed, or your club wasn't successful. That was just every scene, right?
What's up,
You don't see that now.
Good Arctic.
You don't see that anymore, right?
Yeah, it's different, and that's why I kind of I do like to venture out and find a new thing or two every now and then. But sometimes I like the old reliables, man. I like the old reliables in the world. Put on a good event and just. But I don't know. I think it's that's my side of it, but it's I thought you'd be more on my side of it from a DJ's perspective, but it makes perfect sense what you're saying, obviously, because you have that experience.
Well, another thing that's changed. So you remember when, at the end of the day, we were all teens and in our 20s going to the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
There's two major factors that we were going to the club for: the
Good
music and the females.
Just the music.
And the ladies, right?
Just the music, man.
And when you went to the club, you normally went with your crew, 2 guys, 4 guys, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And out of your 2 to 4 guys, everybody doesn't have the same play. So you have the one guy, you just know what he's about. You know he's gonna go all in right from the get-go. From the dancing and everything. then you have the more shy guy in your crew, right? But when you got to the club, you know what you were, and you knew what was going to happen with the shy guy. When slow dance came on, he ain't gonna be dancing. But that ain't your concern, because you're still at the end of the night gonna leave together, right? Well, you introduce bottle service, that's gone.
Yeah,
and then now bottle service they're in their booth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're sitting in their booths. They're not learning the social skill, just like what we were doing naturally. We're going with our boys, and the same thing with the ladies. Ladies, generally, all the ladies went together as a
Tell
crew.
your friends to get with my friends, and we can be friends.
So what were they learning in that process? Just to communicate, just by going on your, versus now, you all meet.
Wild.
You all meet, and then you all go sit in one booth.
Yeah.
With the dude, I make jokes about it all the time, but I feel it's true. But you look at the guys, right? The guys, they want to go get the booth, or they want the ultra VIP booth, the one that's got all the attention, pay all the money for it. And there's, if the booth holds 10 people, your crew of 10 guys that go sit there.
Yeah.
I've never understood this, and again, I'm only speaking from because of the era I came from. But there was no way back in the 80s and 90s I'd be going to a club and sitting at a booth for the first hour and a half with another dude and continuously cheering with, like, having drinks with him. That just wasn't my culture.
Yeah.
And there was, we'd be in the club chasing the women.
Yep.
So what are they doing? It's men chasing men. They're not interacting. So then it is awkward for them. You remember in our day, you would go grab a girl. Like when you tell people there was couples dancing, they don't have to be married.
Yeah.
You grab a chick and you start dancing with her.
Yeah.
That was norm. That's not norm now.
This crew,
these guys don't know how to do it.
And they would meet.
These guys don't know how to do that. These guys are trying to impress each other.
For real.
There's no women in the booth. So it takes away from that vibe you're talking about. There can't be no slow dance if there's no dudes talking to women.
That'd be crazy. You know what? I'm glad you guys don't do it. I'm glad you DJs don't play slow
It makes
jams.
sense. It makes sense now, right?
Because right now, I could imagine they put slow jams on right now. People
Can you imagine?
Look at each other crazy.
Grind in the booth?
They would look at them like
Grind
craziness.
They look at each other crazy.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Do you want to come over to my booth and dance?
But away from the jokingness of it, right? You know what they're lacking? Just the skill of communicating.
No,
having the hustle in them, right?
For sure. Like I'm cutting this kid's hair last week, and I'm just talking to him about, like, I said, how do you meet girls? And you guys, I IG or I DM them. I go, why don't you just talk to someone? Like, why don't you just, when you see someone you like, stop the car, hop out, and say, hey. He goes, no, that's crazy. I'm like, all right then, man. All right. I go, because whoever you're DMing, you're going to be in a list of DMs. Why don't you just cut to the chase and just start the conversation?
He's going to get married next week with that information, guy. He's seen the light, guy.
That goes back to the point of, like we were saying, right? They lack communication.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to interact.
Stop the car, press the brakes, put on the blinkers. Let's go around. Score. You go, how about you go talk? You hear the honk in the horn. Just go around, yo.
Stupid guy.
But you understand what I mean? Like, you know, that part of socializing as a man
gone.
in our scene
Yeah.
is gone.
Yeah.
They don't even know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
They laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
They actually laugh. They go, "What? That's what you guys were doing? Yeah, you're chasing. You're scoping out the club and seeing who's who and where they're hanging, and make your way there."
Mm.
It's all about DMs now, man. DMs
man.
this, DMs that. Crazy.
Nah. Miss the human. We need the human interaction, man.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count as human interaction. Fuzz.
All right, guys. Well, I have to wrap because I have an early morning tomorrow. And DJ Carlos, thank you for jumping in.
It was cool, man.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed it.
Hope to
The
see
Bills
you again.
winning the Super Bowl, though. I just got to end. Bills are
Oh, wait,
winning the
you're
Super
a Bills guy?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Mafia.
Okay. It's a 2-on-1.
He looks like a Bills fan too over here because he's got a New York hat on. There's only the one team that plays in New York. That's all. You know.
New York Giants, baby.
Is that a Bills hat? It looks like a.
No, man. Look at the NY.
So it says New York on it. I know it should say New Jersey.
It's all about the snap for the teens today.
NY.
That's true.
Snap's almost over. I thought it was the TikTok now. Anywho.
No, I hear it's a snap because I heard that you can say stuff and then it disappears and you don't have to worry about it.
So you can do that and then let it disappear. Anywho.
Emeka,
All right,
thank you so much for joining us, man. Thank you for
No
jumping
problem,
in.
brother.
man.
Carlos, big up, sir. We're gonna go
Yes,
rate
yes.
to where are we rating?
Reno, thank you for trying to come in. Steffi, thank you for trying to come in. DJ Ronci, thank you for trying to come in. Appreciate y'all. Everybody, thank you for joining Pizza in the Break Room, episode 71.
All right,
Appreciate
guys. Have
y'all.
a good night. Have a good night.
All right, my brother.
Big up, Mecca. Take care, brother.
Yes, yes.
All right, who the hell's here, man? Couture Life is here. Tadal, big up Tadal, fam. Christy Ray.
Tadao, I thought you were coming in tonight, my boy.
I thought if it was any night, he'd come in tonight. Now he has to do his own show. He's just got to come in on his own show now. Just Pizza in the Break Room and Tadal. Alien Gathering. What's this? Amy, Laura.
That boy, Jer.
Chris Manny and Callie.
Thank you,
Cool
Chris
It Now.
Manny and Kelly. Thank you. Cool it
Big
now.
up
Thank you.
Daryl. Feet. Who's feet? Feet. Foot. Feet. You got 2 feet in. Foxy G's in the break room. Kid Arctic. Good evening, sir. Arctics. Big up to the Arctics. Lurks. What is this? Potato Melon TV. Potato
Malone. Potato
Potato
Malone.
Malone TV. There we go. Rima Stoney. Romo Hubby. Spike Track Claire. Qwerty Queen. We out.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining Pizza in the Break Room, episode 71.
Run, DMC.
We'll see y'all.
What the hell? Jesus. What time you leave out in the morning?
7:30.
Fun. Fridays, I'll be home Friday, so let me know for Friday if it'll work.
All right. Did we rate out or we didn't rate out yet?
We're out.
We're out? All right.
Yeah.